India and China, two ancient civilizations, have a long and complex history. For centuries they coexisted, connected by trade, cultural exchange and Buddhism. The Silk Road served as a vital pathway for the exchange of goods and ideas. However, the 20th century brought new challenges. The rise of colonialism, border disputes and the Cold War strained their relationship. Despite these difficulties, the two nations attempted to mend ties in the late 20th century. Economic ties strengthened at the start of the millennium, and trade between the two countries flourished. Yet tensions persisted. The border issue, a legacy of the past, continues to simmer. China's growing assertiveness and India's global ambitions have intensified strategic competition. Despite geopolitical problems, India remains attractive to many Chinese. The land of Mahatma Gandhi and Bollywood sparks curiosity and fascination. Chinese tourists come to experience India's rich culture, visiting ancient temples, vibrant festivals, and exploring majestic landscapes. The popularity of Indian films, especially Bollywood blockbusters, has fueled interest in Indian culture among the Chinese. Beyond culture, India's economic potential cannot be ignored. As one of the world's fastest-growing major economies, India offers new markets and investment avenues for Chinese businesses. A growing middle class and a young workforce make India an attractive destination for Chinese enterprises seeking to expand their global footprint. However, beneath the cultural exchange and economic engagement lie anxieties over unresolved territorial disputes. The anxieties of unresolved territorial disputes lie hidden. The border issue, a legacy of colonial-era demarcations, remains a major point of contention. The disputed territories in the Himalayas, including Aksai Chin and Arunachal Pradesh, have witnessed repeated standoffs and skirmishes, impacting bilateral relations. The 2020 Galwan Valley clash, a violent confrontation that resulted in casualties on both sides, was a significant escalation of tensions. This incident is etched in the memories of people in both countries, fueling mistrust and suspicion. The border issue remains a major stumbling block in the relationship, with the potential to derail any attempts at rapprochement. In the complexity of the India-China dynamic, historical tensions and territorial disputes have always maintained a delicate balance. In recent years, the growing proximity between India and the United States has added another layer, giving rise to a new geopolitical equation. China views this burgeoning partnership with suspicion, seeing it as an attempt to challenge its regional dominance. It interprets it as a strategic maneuver to contain its rise. India's participation in the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, or Quad, which includes the US, Japan, and Australia, has further fueled these suspicions. The Quad aims to promote stability and security in the Indo-Pacific region. China sees the Quad as a nascent anti-China alliance, designed to counter its influence in the Indo-Pacific region. The Quad's naval exercises and joint military operations have heightened China's concerns. India's growing military capabilities, along with its deepening strategic ties with the US and its allies, are seen as potential threats to China's security and regional ambitions. Indo-US joint military exercises and defense agreements have reinforced this perception. These are seen as potential threats to China's security and regional ambitions. This perception gap, if left unaddressed, could lead to further erosion of trust and cooperation. A lack of diplomatic efforts and mutual understanding can widen this divide, posing a threat to regional stability. Section 5. Economic competitors or partners? The economic realm presents both opportunities and challenges for the India-China relationship. While both countries recognize the benefits of economic interdependence, competition for resources, markets, and technological dominance is also a reality. China's economic prowess and its Belt and Road Initiative, a massive infrastructure project spanning continents, has raised concerns in India about potential debt traps and strategic encirclement. On the other hand, there is a growing recognition of the potential for economic cooperation. Both countries are members of multilateral forums like BRICS, which includes Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, which provide platforms for dialogue and collaboration on issues of mutual interest. Section 6. The Dragon's Many Eyes, Diverse Perspectives Within China. It's important to acknowledge that China is not a monolith, and perspectives on India vary within the country. China is a vast and diverse nation, with different regions and communities holding unique viewpoints. While the Chinese government maintains a firm stance on issues like the border dispute and prioritizes national security, there are diverse viewpoints among the Chinese people. Some support the government's policies, while others advocate for more diplomatic and peaceful solutions. Some view India as a potential partner and recognize the opportunities for economic collaboration, emphasizing the shared history and cultural ties. Cultural exchange programs and historical connections between the two countries are valued. Others harbor suspicion and mistrust, influenced by historical grievances and strategic anxieties. This mistrust is often fueled by media reports and political tensions. These are influenced by historical grievances and strategic anxieties. These sentiments are also linked to historical conflicts and territorial disputes between the two countries. The internet and social media have played a significant role in shaping perceptions of India in China. Digital platforms have provided people with access to diverse perspectives and opinions. While official media outlets often present a particular narrative and highlight government viewpoints, online forums and social media platforms offer spaces for more diverse and nuanced discussions. Here, people can freely express their views and debate various issues. However, it is important to note that information access and freedom of expression in China are subject to limitations. Due to government censorship and regulations, it is not always possible to freely express all viewpoints. Section 7. The Media's Lens, Shaping Perceptions of India. The media, in both China and India, plays a pivotal role in shaping public opinion and influencing the trajectory of bilateral relations. The media's impact is not limited to news dissemination. It also molds people's thoughts and emotions. Media narratives, often driven by domestic political considerations and nationalistic sentiments, can exacerbate existing tensions and hinder trust-building efforts. When the media promotes sensationalism, it can further deepen misunderstandings between the two countries. Sensationalism, biased reporting, and the spread of misinformation can further complicate an already fraught relationship. The proliferation of fake news and half-truths can fuel fear and mistrust among people, harming diplomatic efforts. Responsible journalism, characterized by a commitment to fostering accuracy, balance, and understanding, is crucial for promoting dialogue and easing tensions. The role of journalists is not limited to news reporting. They must also provide context and background to offer the audience a holistic view. Media outlets in both countries have a responsibility to move beyond simplistic narratives and present a more comprehensive and nuanced picture of the complexities defining the India-China relationship. The media should encourage constructive dialogue and support peace-building efforts to promote better understanding and cooperation between the two nations. Section 8. The Road Ahead, Navigating a Relationship Adrift. The India-China relationship stands at a crossroads, grappling with a confluence of challenges and opportunities. The unresolved border issue, strategic mistrust, and great power competition cast a long shadow over the future. Yet the enduring ties of history, culture, and economic interdependence cannot be ignored. Navigating this complex relationship requires a delicate balancing act, characterized by firmness on core interests, open channels of communication, and a willingness to explore areas of convergence. Enhancing people-to-people contacts, promoting cultural exchange, and fostering economic cooperation can help build bridges of understanding and pave the way for a more stable and mutually beneficial relationship.